crashworthy fire retardant.
Start பண்ணல. Sir, they want little bit closer. Thank you. Sir, for the purpose of this, you can come a little bit. Sir, okay.
What do you want to ask? Yeah, so this is Vande Bharat sleeper version, where earlier we had produced a chair car version. So sleeper version basically means you can travel overnight also. So basically we have improved the furnishings a lot. Comfort of riding is much better, and we have also improved the safety aspects. The furnishings are HL3 compliant, that is hazard level 3 compliant. Earlier the chair car version was HL2 compliant, because a chair car train normally moves in daytime. So the safety levels are, hazard level and fire safeties are of HL2 standard. But in this case, where passengers travel in the night and they are sleeping, so the fire level standards has to be much better. So it is known as HL3 standards, and we have got crashworthy features compared to Vande Bharat chair car. This is much more safer in case of a crash, and it's got anti-climbing features. In case of a crash, the coaches will not climb over each other. These are some of the improvements on hardware front, and of course interiors you must have seen already inside. Much better looking, much better finish, and better comfort for the passengers. This train right now is a prototype, which has actually this is produced between with the collaboration of BML and ICF. It has come here about 10-15 days back. We are doing the initial commissioning, and a lot of small works are there inside that will be finished on the furnishing side, which we are actually completing. By 15th of November, most probably the train will be ready for testing purposes. The testing will be done in Lucknow RDSO and Western Railway and Central Railway. So the train is dispatched there. Basically, what we call it as oscillation trials and emergency braking distance trials, and also all the control systems and electrical systems have to be checked in running condition. The train is fit for running at 160 kmph, similar to the Vande Bharat chair car, but it will be tested at 180 kmph. So testing has a different protocols. It has to be tested at different speeds because the train is totally new. So it will be start testing at 90 kmph, 100 kmph, 120, 130, and then right up to 180 kmph will be tested. So the whole protocol will take about 2 months. So once 15th of November the train is ready from our side after commissioning, we expect that December by January, January 15th, the train will be fully tested and certified for regular operations. And can you? Yeah, as I said, by 15th of January the train will be ready for operations. So then the Government of India will decide, and maybe end of January or maybe February the first operations will start.
So how many trains produced in ICF?
This version of sleeper car trains, there are going to be 10 trains. There are 16 car trains. So they'll be produced, all of the 10 will be produced in BML. But then we have got an order for producing 50 trains, 24 car length. So that will be produced in ICF. For that, the propulsion system tenders have been floated already, because propulsion system is the long lead item. So these tenders have been floated, and we are going to finalize the tender in probably next 15 to 20 days. Once the tender is in hand, then the car body furnishing tenders will be finalized, and we have got a timeline of about 24 months. But then that is, we will be trying to produce much better. Before that, maybe 18 months after the tenders are finalized, we will produce the sleeper car trains in ICF also, which will be 24 car length, and they'll be having a pantry car. So the train will be suitable for traveling for much more long distances, like Rajdhani Express, right from Chennai to Delhi. So in 24 months, we'll be having those trains also. As far as export, you're talking about export potential, and there is certainly a lot of export potential. These trains are broad gauge trains, and basically they'll be suitable for areas where broad gauge are available. But at the moment, we have got so much order book. Our order book for Indian Railway, Indian requirement is so high that we are not actually exploring the export right now. Maybe after 3 to 4 years, when we are saturating the Indian market totally, then we'll get into the export side. But potential is certainly there.
50 trains ordered, that's fully for ICF, or is it being delegated to some other railway?
No, all 50 will be produced in ICF.
50 or 15?
50.
Will it be fully developed at ICF?
Fully be developed in ICF and fully be manufactured in ICF.
Because in the existing arrangement, all the 10 trains have been awarded to ICF. From ICF, you have given it to BM.
What we have done is, because we are already having a lot of chair car trains on our hand, and even the sleeper version was important to be introduced quickly. So what we have done was, we have developed all the designs, and we have developed all the vendors, and then we gave an order to BML to produce this. With the help of ICF, our designs and our vendors, it was contracted to BML for production.
So what about the coaches? The coaches are nearly 3,000 production here.
Yeah.
What's the target for this year?
This year our target is around 3,500. But I think we'll be producing much more, because right, DPRS we are last year produced around 1,500. This year how much will be producing? 1,600. Around 1,600 coaches of DPRS will be producing this year.
What about the coverage?
All of these trains are having coverage. All the trains, all the Vande Bharat trains are having coverage. All the versions of Vande Bharat, which includes the Namo Bharat, what we produced, and what we used to call as Vande Metro, the Namo Bharat train, that also we have produced, that is also having coverage.
But how it is working? Actually, we face a lot of accidents recently. But how it's working? The cover system in train, it's okay. But what of the...
See, the coverage system has got two portions. One is on the locomotive, or the train, and one is the wayside, on the track. So unless you have got both the systems, the coverage is not effective. But we have to start somewhere. So all the locomotives and all the trains have been asked to, all the loco manufacturers and train manufacturers, that is like us and CLW and DLW, we have been asked to install coverage in all the trains. In the meanwhile, the construction and open line is also establishing coverage in all the wayside tracks. So already this year, I think, I'm not sure the exact figures, but almost more than 10,000, I think 10,000 kilometers already commissioned with coverage. So wherever coverage is commissioned on the tracks, this both will in synchronous, they'll be working.
What is the future plan for ICF? Any other upgrade? Already Vande Bharat, now sleeper. So
right now we have got orders for Vande Bharat sleeper version, 50 trains of that. And then we also have orders for 7 more Vande Metro, that is Namo Bharat trains. For that we are now ordering the propulsion system, which we think of doing it next year. And then one prototype of metro, freight version of Vande Metro, Vande Bharat we are going to produce. So that will be very helpful for transportation of parcels like Amazon, Flipkart, and high-end parcels which they want timely deliveries. So once the prototype is manufactured and put into service, we'll see how is the market reacting to that product. If it is encouraging, then we'll also produce that.
When can we expect that prototype to be ready?
That prototype will be ready this year 100%. By this financial year, the prototype of freight Vande Bharat will be produced.
Financial?
This financial year.
Before the end of
financial year.
The maximum time is 160 kilometers per hour. The track ability to...
See, the upgradation of tracks is a continuous process, and a lot of sections have already been identified by Government of India for upgrading to 160 kmph. But at the moment, a lot of tracks are also being upgraded to 130 kmph. So it's a gradual process, 130 kmph to 160 kmph. For example, Chennai-Delhi route, I think most of it is already converted to 130 kmph. And now the project is also on. DPR has been prepared for 160 kmph. So that project also will be taken up.
how many
kilometers Chennai to Delhi?
Excuse me?
The literature you provided says train collision avoidance system. This is a
Kavach,
earlier version.
yeah, train collision, the new name for train collision avoidance system is Kavach. It's a totally indigenous produced product.
Can we say every train given rolled out of ICF?
Every Vande Bharat type of trains is being fitted with Kavach. Yes. In this, for disabled purpose, disabled, how many are there? How many about?
2 plus DTC 2, both can be 2.
Total 4. About four berths are there for disabled. They are in the DTC. That is the front coach 2 are there and the rear coach 2 are there.
So what about the LHB production, sir?
Easy to access. Yes, because we have got enough room and. So that has to be taken care. That has to be taken care by the open line. The train is coming to service. Hydrogen, yes. Hydrogen also one prototype is under manufacture. This is actually being manufactured by Medha and in collaboration with ICF and Southern Railway. So the 2 power cars are going to be manufactured in ICF and already the first shell has come here. And in fact, in the next 4 months, we'll be commissioning the first power car and maybe in the 6 months, the second power car. So 6 months from now, we'll be doing trials of hydrogen train.
So what?
It will be, yeah, all these trains are distributed power, so there are actually technically EMUs. So, yes, it's a EMU.
What about LHB production?
LHB production also we are enhancing because there is a lot of demand for LHB also. So, this year, as I said, 3,500 coaches will be LHB. Out of that, 1,600 will be DPRS and balance are LHB. And next year, the production plan we have not yet received, but what I understand is that a lot of enhancement of LHB will be there. So next year we may have to actually produce up to 4,000 coaches.
Sir, how much is this kind expensive than compared to the regular LHB? What would be the production cost of transport of LHB?
See, this train is approximately 120 crores. 16 car. But you cannot actually compare LHB to this train because LHB train is a train without, LHB coaches do not have locomotives. So you have to add 2 locomotives. So it is having 2 locomotives inbuilt. So the cost of LHB, I can't give you offhand figure. I think around 10 crores, 8 to 7 to 8 crores. Again, there's a GS type train, coach, AC coach. So you have to basically look at AC coaches because they're all AC coaches. And then you have to add the AC coach cost and 2 locomotive cost also. Certainly this train will be slightly costlier than the old coach, but more or less I think maybe 20 crores difference maybe.
This I got it from the concept. So there are challenges which ICF is facing on the speed.
Excuse me?
There are challenges which we've been facing, particularly on the speed and the radius and the brake system.
See, we have already produced the train from 2018 onwards, so I think all the challenges have been, we have come over all the challenges. Now it's very smooth sailing actually. So there are no challenges right now because we have standardized, we have stabilized all of the technology, brakes portion, PAPS, TCMS, communications, doors, everything are now in place. We do not have any issues.
Any order from AC local train from Chennai?
Excuse me? Overall cost? The cost I said is about 120 crores. The whole train is 120 crores because it's a train set. We cannot break up the coach-wise cost. This one? We have given about 1 year back order. About 1 year back. The order was given 1 year back.
Sir, any order from AC local train from Chennai?
I cannot.
Is there order?
What we are making under air conditioning, one way, 2 rails will go to Sudan.
That is AC?
Yes.
Okay, one EMU rake of AC is I think allotted to Southern Railway. So this is actually, we don't directly deal with what is given to the other railways because we are only producing and whatever allotment comes from the board. So one allotment has come to Southern Railway, so we'll be handing over one train to Southern Railway, the AC EMU.
Now we are making the first track as one, second track, third track will go to Southern Railway.
Third rail.
Again, board will decide.
But Third rake will be from 1 month from now, 2 months. End of December. Around December. Maybe end of December. 1 year. 1 EMU 12 car. Okay. Thank you very much.
This is called Vande Bharat, sir. This kind of.
This is Vande sleeper. Vande Bharat sleeper. This is itself train 18. See what happened was chair car. Chair car we already produced 76 trains and our order is for 97 trains. So we will be producing the balance this year and next year. I think in this year 10 more trains will produce. In the balance we are 76, 86 by end of this year, and 11 more in 4 to 5 months of next year.
Because there has been an issue with the other sectors, other zones where the coaches were produced but are not being put into operation.
No. That is not true at all. We are just waiting for the right time to inaugurate. So, last time almost 8 to 9 trains were inaugurated. Now there are no trains waiting for inauguration.
When we expect it to stay in Tamil Nadu?
We have 20 more trains to be produced.
We will be producing 20 more. RCF will be producing about RCF is how many?
15, sir.
RCF will be producing about, between RCF and MCF they will be producing 25 trains. So they are producing 25 and I will be producing 20 more. 21 more. So 25 plus 21, about 46 more trains.
75 is already been rolled out. What
Yes.
are the target sectors?
Yes.
Okay, that has been rolled out and
Yes.
25
I'm talking about 76 of the second version. Actually, we have produced 2 more in the first version. So 78 trains are already working and 47 more will be produced. Chair cars.
Okay, it will not stop.
In fact, I will tell you that now that you're talking about chair car, because of the popularity, Railway Board has asked us to increase the length of the trains. So far we have produced a lot of 8 car and 16 car trains. Now we are going to produce only 20 car trains.
20 cars.
Yes. In fact, 3 of the 20 car trains are already produced. I think one is commissioned also. Northern Railway, that Banaras to Delhi is already converted to, it was actually 16 car earlier. Now it is converted to 20 car. And we also sent out 2 more 20 car trains. And whatever trains we are going to produce from now on will be 20 car. So that's because of such good popularity of the train.
So the remaining 21 trains would be
20 car.
all 20 cars. Okay, the rest of the coaches that are produced by
Yes.
Okay, now the design of not only the train 18, sleeper version also will be with ICF.
Yes. This design also with ICF.
Will be owned by ICF. Great.
Thank you.